Hey, Corine.
Hoort je mij?
Ja, ja,
Oké.
alles goed. Hoe is het ermee?
Ça va, hè?
Ça va,
Het is
ça
koud,
va.
het is weer... Ik ben nu nog wat aan het knoeien dat ik met mijn dinges... Hoe is
iPad,
het bij
dan
jullie?
André.
Hier, wacht. Voilà. Zeg, Mich, zou jij dan naartoe kunnen gaan?
Ik denk dat ik dat wel zou willen, ja. Mhm.
Bij ons is dat het vraagteken, want Jean-Paul is normaal nog op het water, dus dat is te zien, af te wachten of dat hem op dat moment terug is of niet.
Mhm.
Ik denk dat André ook wel wilt gaan, maar we zullen het horen.
Oké. Hello. You
Good
are
evening.
muted.
Yes.
You are muted.
Okay, I think now you can hear me.
Yes, yes.
So,
We can hear you.
Okay,
We can
fine
hear
to meet you.
Hi. So let me ask you first, is it okay that I record this session? We have so
Yeah.
many family members that probably, would enjoy seeing
listening.
this video,
Yeah.
right? So,
It's okay.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
great. So we have here on the call, we have Corine Assenheimer, Mr. iPad, no, Andre, I mean, who is Corine's brother.
Mhm.
They're the children of Fritz, who is the son of Dagobert.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
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 Dagobert had another child. She lived in America.
I think her name is Monica.
Marion.
Marion. Yeah.
Okay. She passed away, like most of the people we're talking about. But her descendants are in America.
Yeah.
So I will probably forward this recording to them later on.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very surprising to find so much, such a big family of Assenheimer. It's unimaginable for me.
So and I'm Michel. I live in Israel. I'm the son.
Oh, so you live in Israel, not in Belgium. Belgium.
I live in Israel. I grew up in Belgium.
Oh yeah.
But then, after my university studies, moved to Israel, where I've been living since, more or less. I'm the son of Ludwig Assenheimer, who is the son of Hermann.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
So
okay.
that's the story in a nutshell, who we are. Andre, Corine, feel free to add if you like, especially to correct me. So
no, this time you well, for as I know you told it well. It is correct, and I'm sure that our family in the States would be interested to know about it.
Yeah, I think it too.
So I have a cousin in Belgium,
Yeah.
From the brother of Ludwig.
Yeah.
Her name is Renee.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's also in Belgium. And you know, I wasn't able to dial her into this call.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But she might be interested too.
Good. Let's talk in English. Our English conversation. Let's go on. But sometimes I must take German words because I'm missing them in English. My training in English is very low for this time. So sometimes I need German. And if you don't understand, I think we will find a way to come together.
No, you know, for me at least, it's fine. But you know, for the others who will see this recording, the English is much more appropriate. My kids, for example, wouldn't be able to manage in German. But, you know,
maybe I can add, because my English is as bad as my German. For me, it makes no difference if it's English or German. I'm used to speak Flemish and French, but I can tell you that Michel is still speaking German with his mother, so he's used to German.
Right.
Nice.
So
so you learned German from your mother, not in school.
No, you know, my parents, so Ludwig and my mother, Vera, we spoke German at home.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I spoke German with Dagobert, with my grandfather.
Oh, you know him, Dagobert?
Yes, I knew him. He died when I was 14, so I used to know him. Yeah.
You had a long time to know him. Fine.
Yeah. I still have a good memory of my grandparents. And also I know the American family and Marion. Yeah. And so German and English was in since a long time.
Okay.
Maybe
do you have any questions which I maybe can answer?
So I read with great interest, you know, several times what you have written.
Yeah.
Really amazing, the level of details that you were able to find out. Some of these details, I must say, you know, somehow, of course, they went around in the family, but it's probably in a certain sense, it's different than what you do, I guess. You know, I by training, I'm a scientist, so I think this is, you know, this is scientific in the sense that there are sources for all the facts that are in there, right?
Okay.
You know, when we heard these facts from the family, you know, it's not so clear always how founded these facts are, but you know, there is a lot of things in there that make perfect sense, that are fully aligned with what I know. Some others were surprises for me. You know, I didn't know these facts. So, you know, that's great, really great. And of course, we have probably a lot to talk about. So tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you go, how did this, you go about researching, you know, the Assenheimers?
I'm starting to work for Stolpersteine about 10 years ago. And I've experience in searching because my hobby is social genealogy. That means I found the dates, birth, marriage, or death from my ancestors. And I put them together with historical Begebenheiten. Historical, facts. And so it was easy for me to change and beginning to search for Stolpersteine. And 4 years ago, there was the idea here in Bremen that I should write Aufsatz, einen Beitrag. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
About Produktenhandel. Produktenhandel means to handle with old materials, with mit Schrott.
Ja, mit Schrott. Was heißt das? Schrott?
Schrott is
Alteisen.
You know, it would be very popular these days, you know, recycled material.
Recycled material. Okay. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And during my research, I found the name Assenheimer. And I found the name Grünberg, in family with them. No? And so I wrote several, a short, was heißt Bericht? A report. I wrote a short report about Produktenhandel here in Bremen. And so I found documents in the archive here in Bremen and began to start my interest for your family, not only for your family, other families too. And 1 year ago, we decided for whom we want to put new Stolpersteine here in Bremen this year in June. And one of it was for Adolf Assenheimer.
May I interrupt you for a second? So Corinne, I see that Andre dropped from the
I think he has problems to connect.
Okay, maybe you can call him or so to see.
Yeah, but as you're recording this,
okay,
he will be able to listen it, huh?
Okay, fine. So let's continue then.
Okay, so we decided to put down a Stolperstein for Adolf Assenheimer. And during the research, we said, why not also for his mother, Röschen? She is born with the name Grünberg, not Rose Körbchen. That's another family. Yeah?
Right. Also, we're also related to them.
I know. Assenheimer, Grünberg, Körbchen. It's very, very big family.
Can I ask a question about his mother? I thought the Stolpersteine would be only for the victim of the Nazis, immediate victims.
Yeah.
But as I understood, she died naturally?
Yeah, I think so too.
So so it means you can give the Stolpersteine also for Jewish people with a natural death.
Yeah, it changed from time to time. There was a progress of Stolpersteine. First, it was only a stone for victims. And then Gunther Demnig, the Künstler, the artist, decided, oh, there are more people living close together. They have also the right of Stolperstein.
Okay.
Yeah, and so here in Bremen, we don't like to place Stolpersteine for persons who emigrated and lived on,
yes,
weitergelebt haben.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But Röschen died very early during the emigration.
Right.
And so he said, okay, she was 80 years old. Yeah. And okay, maybe she had died here in Bremen, but they emigrated. And so she died there, and we said, okay, for her a stone also.
Okay, so yeah, okay, that's the logic. That I understand.
Yeah, me too.
Ja, die Verlegung der Stolpersteine, also put in the Stolpersteine, will be on June the 14th. Gunther Demnig will be here in Bremen for several hours. And there are 10 positions where he will put in the Stolpersteine. I think you are in Israel, you're in Belgium. Have you any interest or possibility to stay here when Gunther Demnig put the stones into the earth?
So, I'm considering of coming to Bremen for this. By the way, maybe you know, my parents were invited by the city of Bremen. I don't know, maybe 25 years ago or something like that. And there they met. My father met people he wasn't in contact with for some time. So that was an interesting experience.
Okay. And the other question is, each Stolperstein cost 120 euros. 120 euros. We have interested people of the project who were bereit, who will be
willing. Yes.
Yeah, who are willing to pay this. But you are the family. So my question goes first to you. Are you interested to take over 240 euros? If you don't want, it's no problem. We have people they would pay here.
At least, from my perspective, that would be fine.
Yeah, I suppose we can do it as a family.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be es würde mich freuen.
Oh, ja.
Yeah.
Uns auch.
Just for about this, send me the details send us the details in the email how to do it exactly, and we'll arrange it.
Okay. Tomorrow I will stay on holidays for 8 to 10 days, and after my holidays I send you all the dates so that you know what to do.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I have taken the last time in the archive several photos of Handelsregister. I don't know the English word for that.
It's the commerce, but I know exactly what you mean, right?
Okay, and in these photos there is the Ehe- und Erbvertrag of Salomon, Assenheimer und Röschen-Grünberg. Are you interested of such photos?
If we are interested?
Yeah.
Sure. I have photos of my own,
No, it's photos of the documents.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, so I could send them to you. Maybe it's interesting for you understand German, so you can read them very well. They are typed by machine, not handwriting.
Yes.
I think it's no problem for you.
Yeah, sure. Why not? We would be delighted to get this information. Certainly.
Okay. All the other documents, I only make notice for me. I think that's not enough for you. I understand what they mean, but it's
so
not for you.
Let's see if I can provide you with additional facts, call them so-called facts, You know, I know, for example, the family, you know, when they left Germany, they had a very good reason to leave Germany, right? In the 30s. And I think, you know, when I read what you wrote, it's worthwhile, you know, stating this more explicitly, that they had a good reason to leave Germany. They were not fond of leaving Germany. You know, they really liked the German culture. You know, and as a fact, they continued speaking German. You know, with everything that has to do with the German culture. But you know, of course, they had no choice. They had no choice. I can tell you a little bit about the family when they were in Belgium, and perhaps Corinne, you can supplement here. And of course, there are records of this and recordings and all these kind of things in the various Holocaust archives, testimonies. So the family, the Assenheimer family, through, you know, various points from Belgium, they went to Mechelen. From there, eventually, they were able to go to the south of France.
Yeah.
Via there are details. I can find them for you if that's of interest.
I know much of the details because
okay.
In Bremen we have Wiedergutmachungsakten.
Ah, ja, stimmt, ja.
Yeah. I found it from Hermann, from Dagobert, von Irma and Rosa, Ludwig.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I know a lot of what has happened during the time of Flucht. What's Flucht?
Yeah, the escape. Yeah.
Yeah, escape.
Okay. Yeah, so if you know these facts, then that's fine. So most of the family, they crossed into Switzerland at Annecy.
There were in two lager. I don't know the names now. One family was in one lager, and the other family, Hermann's family was one, and Dagobert's family was another lager. And I think it was Dagobert who got money from France or so to pay for Lebensmittel.
Right. So they had business friends in Switzerland. I don't know the details of this. But yes, that is correct. And, you know, they helped them in Switzerland.
I think Fritz, my father, had a son of Dagobert, also wrote the history down. And I think he did it in Flemish, but in Dutch, but yeah, we could put the documents together.
Okay.
I have a questions. If we would come over, of the one who would come over to Bremen from the family, would they see you? How would it be?
On June the 14th, I will take part, not the whole time, but when you are coming, it's no question for me, then I will stay there. And we can meet also the days before or the days after that. So I can show you a little bit, we can know each other. It's no question then, because it's very aufregend.
Yeah, aufregend.
Yeah, it's
exciting.
Very aufregend to see you, to meet you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know, I can tell you a little bit more. I mentioned in my email that so in the family, you know, and the family, of course, that's a term. It's a term that we use broadly, no matter how this thing, you know, how far the family is away. So from the side, the Körbchen side,
yeah,
if it's possible, we should probably also put, a stone. We have someone in the family, and we were very close with this part of the family for various, reasons. Who was murdered in one of the camps?
yeah.
Like Adolf.
Okay. I don't know for the moment which Zweig of the Körbchens you are in your family. The Körbchen family is very big here in Bremen.
Yeah.
Naturally, we can set a stone, but not this year. For June, it's all planned and can't be changed. Maybe we tried to have a Verlegung, Stolpersteinverlegung, each year. Maybe we can plan it for the next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I need the dates of the person you want to set a stone, and I would look to plan it for the next time.
Okay, I can probably find family, relatives that are still alive.
Yeah.
And I can bring you in contact with them.
Yeah, gerne.
So the person that I'm aware of is, and there are probably more. I can look it up in the tree that I have, the family tree that I have. The person I'm thinking of is Beate Körbchen.
I'm not very firm in the Körbchen family.
So yeah, we were very close. They during the war, they left on the Kindertransport.
Yeah.
At least one of the sisters went to the Kindertransport. The other also went to England, and from there later on to the United States.
Okay.
The third sister and a brother also went with them, and the third sister was deported. So, and of course, we were very close.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you're interested, I can share briefly, family tree. I don't know if you've seen that ever, Corinne.
Yeah.
No, but I didn't know this. So I'm curious.
Let me share. So this is on my other screen. So I will be looking to the side, right?
Yeah.
So you can see my screen, right?
I see your screen.
Yeah. So here, Ludwig, my father, right? And you have here Salomon Assenheimer and Rosetta Grunberg that we're talking about.
Oh, I have one question. What's the day of death of Rosette Grunberg?
Let me see.
Is it the 7th or the 8th of May?
Let me see what I have here. 8th of April.
Yeah.
This is what I have.
Okay.
Oh, you have died on 7th of April. No, it's Adolf. Yeah.
8th of April, 35.
Okay. On the cemetery here in Bremen, there's a stone for her with the 8th of April. And I have found in the database of Paul the 7th of April. So we don't know what's now the right, and we took for the stone the 8th of April.
So I saw, you referred me to the website of Ingo Paul.
Yeah.
I looked up my father, and his birth year is wrong. So, you know, there are certainly mistakes in there.
Okay. Ingo Paul would be glad if you correct him.
Right. I sent him an email. I haven't heard from him since. But, you know, if he gets in touch with me, I'll be glad to have a conversation like this one with him and provide additional information.
Okay.
So,
oh, you have a photo of Rosette Grünberg.
yes, I do.
Oh, I like to have it because if we have photos on June the 14th, we will put them on the street to show how look the people who get a Stolpersteine. It would be nice.
So I probably have more than, you know, than what you see here, and this is probably part of a larger photo. Let me see. So there are here photos. For example, this is a family photo that was taken on a beach near Bremen. Of course, we don't know exactly where this was taken. This here with the teddy bear, that's my father.
Teddy bear.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Okay, so, and he's born in 19. So you can roughly see when this picture was taken.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
And yeah, this is here you have. This is from my parents' wedding.
It's a wedding.
Yes, we have lots of the family here. This is Dago here.
Yeah.
Right. Irma.
Yeah.
Irma? No, this is this is Janet. This is Irma, right? This is Corinne, your father.
Yes.
Right? Fritz. Who else is here? Yeah, we probably know more of the people here.
I suppose Hans is there.
Yeah, this is Hans, my father's brother. Ellen, his wife. Yeah, and probably we can identify more people here. This is Diane.
Who's Diane?
Diane is the daughter of the sister of Fritz, Marion.
She's the granddaughter of Dagobert.
Yeah, es ist toll für mich, diese Bilder jetzt zu sehen, to see the photos of the people I've searched for.
Yeah, so you know, I have a lot of them. I don't mind sending you this entire file, and then if you need photos of better quality, let me know. You know, I can probably
more pixels.
You know, my hobby is photography, so I can probably improve the photos significantly. You know, at that time when I did this, I was not good at it, and the technology was not as good as today. So I can send you this file. I will send it to you also, Corinne.
Yeah, thank you. Would be nice.
Right. So let's go back here. So we looked here, right? Maybe there are. So this is exactly like you specified, you know, the information that's here. So that's great. You know, perhaps part of this is from the same source, but probably not everything, right?
Okay. Do you know more about Adolf Assenheimer, the brother of Dagobert and Hermann?
Yes. So in Israel, there is a project where high school kids they go for a week Poland
Mm-hmm.
to see the camps in Poland. It's part of an educational project.
Mm-hmm.
And my son, you know, I don't know, he was 14 at the time or so. When he visited Auschwitz, he found a memory of Adolf in Auschwitz,
Mm-hmm.
and he wasn't aware of this part of the history, you know, of our family. He asked me at the time if Adolf, you know, he's Assenheimer, of course, if we're related. And I had to explain to him, you know, of course.
I saw in the document Herman and Dagobert managing the firma, das Unternehmen, the company.
Yes.
What did Adolf?
So you mentioned that you don't know what he did in the company.
Yeah.
So, you know, I really don't know exactly what the different people did in the company. What I know, I told you I have a painting of, if you have a second, I can see if I can dig it up. Let's see what I can find. So this is a picture, and of course there are many more pictures in here. So his date is on the 7th of April in 44. I don't know, I don't remember what you have in the document. And then there are citations from Yad Vashem.
Yeah.
And you can find them here. You can find them on the Yad Vashem site, of course.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But
so then this is the same that you have also.
Do you
right?
think maybe Diane, she's a cousin of ours, and she's very interested in all these stories. Maybe she knows something more about Adolf?
Let's see here. No, this is not correct. These are the Kirpchen cousins in America. Let's see. So this is a photo. No, this is. Let's see. So here. This is my father. This is Hans.
Yeah.
This with the hat. This is Adolf.
That's Adolf. Oh, yeah. I thought the man on the left.
Right. You're right. Yeah. This is my grandfather. My grandfather. You're right. Right. Okay. So on the photos on the back, this is written who is who. Of course, here I don't have it. I haven't looked at those for a long time.
Dagobert and Herman lived in Belgium, in Antwerpen.
Right.
Is it correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know why Adolf lived in Brussels?
I don't know.
No.
You don't know?
No.
Okay. You don't know anything about his Haushaltshilfe?
No.
No.
Die Hertha Mendel?
No. I know I have heard this. I have heard this name.
Yeah.
I think either from the Kirpchens that you saw their photo, or from Marion.
Okay.
So maybe Diane would know. Diane, who is
living in
Marion's daughter.
I would be very interested if she had information about Adolf and also Hertha Mendel.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's nicht üblich, it's not usual that the judge families immigrated and the Haushaltshilfe, the help, goes with them. And Adolf and Hertha Mendel had lived together on the same address in Brussels before they were came to Mechelen and went to Auschwitz.
So I know, and Diane knows this much better. Marion had a friend, you know, she was small at that time. She had a friend. They brought this friend also to Antwerp.
Yeah.
Without the parents. The parents stayed in Bremen. And then the parents or the mother, not sure, called back this daughter to Bremen from Antwerp, and then she was sent to the camps.
Oh, das ist.
I don't remember the names here. I'm sure Diane remembers. Marion told me this many times.
Yeah. Wait a moment. I will look for something.
And perhaps even I have it here on photos or so. You know, that at least I can see there is a friend of Marion. You know, they went together to Belgium and then she was called back.
Yeah, and maybe the story about the girl who was sent to Antwerpen and was called back to Bremen. Her mother is born with the name Körbchen, but she married a man who handled with Pferdehändler. You know what I mean?
Yes.
For both, for mother and daughter, there are stones here in Bremen.
Is it Arends?
No, not Arends.
No. Okay.
No. For the moment, I'm missing the name.
Okay. Okay.
I sent it you per email.
Okay.
Then we can see maybe it's the same girl, but I believe there are several Schicksal. There are several kids.
Fake. Yeah, the fake. Yes.
Maybe Diane would be interested in, this was very quick, but maybe we could have another talk in several, weeks or something. In fact, I'm sure Diane would be interested to assist to a video conference because she's very interested in all the histories.
Yes. I you know, my fault. I didn't think inviting her.
But it's not so simple because you have time difference, and we have the brother of Diane. Well, he's living in San Francisco, and it's even more time.
Yes.
So it takes some arrangement to organize this.
Maybe early in the morning for European. So
no, this is actually the best time for everyone. Let's see. So a few more interesting anecdotes maybe. The Grünberg family, which is a large family, right?
Very large.
I have photos of them too. My father found not so long ago, maybe 30 years ago. My father passed away in 2007, so maybe 30 years ago, he found one of them who was living in the United States and renamed himself Johnson.
Grünberg, Johnson.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
and he was a professor in physics. Interesting. And he told me also many stories, and you know, and from the Grünberg family, I know there are ancestors that are living in Israel. I'm not in contact with them, but I know that they are here, and I don't even know what their names are.
Okay, I think I sent you my report of the Produktenhandel, and maybe you find the Grünbergs you've spoken from.
Let me see if I, quickly can find. So this is probably also something that would be of interest to you, right?
Yeah.
This was a celebration for 75th birthday. This card.
4 years before they emigrated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see, what else do I have? So this is you're familiar with this.
Yeah, that's on cemetery here.
I'll send this to you.
Oh, nice.
And then you can have a look, and of course this also contains my mother's side, which is not from Bremen, which is from Czechoslovakia.
Okay.
So it's in here also. If you have 1 minute more or so, let me see if I can find the painting of the factory. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you have any documentation of actually how it looked. I don't know if you have this on file in Bremen, but let me see if I can find this.
Can I ask, by waiting, how many Stolpersteine you have already placed?
Here in Bremen, we have more than 750 Stolpersteine. And most of them are for Jewish people. We have, wait a minute. I have die Zahlen.
Yeah, the exact numbers.
Yeah. So we have.
No, so this is not
600 for Jewish people. We have. You know what euthanasie is?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah. This is the factory in Belgium. So
that it Tisselt.
In Tisselt, yes. So, yeah. But I have another one. Let me see.
I answer your question. Okay,
he's thinking, okay. What we are meaning by euthanasie is very different from what the Nazis did.
Euthanasie is to kill people who are not wert.
But that's the Nazi version.
Yeah.
We have a law in Belgium, but it's meaning something very different. We use euthanasie only if it's if the people ask for it, mostly sick elder people.
No, it's by the Nazis. It's not only older people.
No. By the Nazis, it was in our meaning that was a murder. There was not euthanasia.
Yeah.
So they killed them.
Yeah. For more than 70 victims for euthanasie, we have stones. We have nearly 40 for political persons. Religions, that means Zeugen Jehovas.
Yeah.
10. And we have 2 nicht-jüdische Ehepartner. You know what I mean? Yeah, for 2 two nicht-jüdische Ehepartner was killed by the Nazis.
And you know why?
I don't know why. I've not every biography in my head.
But now I understand what you're meaning by the euthanasie. That was the beginning of the murder of the. They began with the not worthy people, just the Germans.
Euthanasie. I don't know whether the Nazis used this word.
I think so. No,
I'm not sure, but they meant people are not nicht wert zu leben.
Yeah. I visited the places.
Illness in the head, the body couldn't move right.
But this was just German people, not Jewish people.
Yeah. All people. My father was epileptica, you know. It's when he lost suddenly the muscles, the control muscles. And he was very dangerous, war gefährdet. Gefährdet? Was in danger.
In danger, yes.
My grandmother and my grandfather was very
attentive.
Waren sehr aufmerksam, ihn zu schützen.
To protect him, yes.
Yeah, to protect.
He was very young at that time.
My father was born in 1919.
Also, it's like Ludwig.
Like my father, yes.
Yeah. No. So, do you found the picture of Bremen?
No, I guess it's at my mother's place.
Okay.
Now I remember, I thought it was this one, but then I saw this is the factory that they had in Belgium. I can tell you a few stories here. What they did in the factory, they bought...
in Belgium or in Bremen, you mean?
Also in Bremen. What they did is they dealt with cotton, I know. You know, and what they did with cotton is autocatalytic, you know, it burns by itself. So very often cotton ignites and then, you know, it's damaged. And what they would buy, damaged cotton, sort it and sell the sorted cotton, you know, that they bought from a damage, from a fire. That's what they did. And, you know, the factory that I showed you, this is what they did. And also you mentioned the Schrot, right? In Antwerp, what they would do, and my father used to do that, he would go to the port in Antwerp, and probably this is what they would do in Bremen also, right? And they would buy, they would sell things that were damaged that the insurance companies got, and they would sell this on behalf of the insurance companies.
In Belgium.
In Belgium, but you know, I would, if you mentioned Schrot, this is what they did in Bremen, then perhaps they were doing the same thing in Bremen.
I think the company started with Schrot. Later, they have the handel, the trade. They trade with Baumwolle, with cotton.
Yeah.
And maybe, I'm not sure, they were an der Börse. What is Börse in English?
Yeah.
We understand Börse.
Okay. They was on
the stock market. The stock market.
Wie? No,
the
sorry.
Stock market.
Ah yeah, stock market. Stimmt, yeah. I think I've read. Ich habe gelesen irgendwo.
I read. Yes.
I read it. They were at the stock market.
Oh, really? Interesting.
I I sent you my report about the Produktenhandel. So there are a little bit more you will find about the Assenheimer, other informations than in the biography of Adolf und Röschen.
So what I would be interested in better understanding is the extent to which they practiced religion. If you have information about that, I would be very interested.
Okay. After my holidays.
Yeah, sure.
I go through my computer and everything I found, I will send to you. Okay.
So I have documentation here, specific documentation about that. You know, where I know that our fathers, they had bar mitzvah, for example. You know, they had presents for bar mitzvah. Some of them still exist, and yeah. So I know that to a certain extent they kept kosher, but you know, not exactly sure how much, how observant they were. It's not so clear. But I know there must be facts out there. I was, you know, I found it interesting that you wrote in the document about the house on the Bürgermeister Schmidtstraße. I have a photo that I took on next to the house with my father. I visited there. I don't know, in the 80s or in the 90s or so.
Franziusstraße.
No,
Bürgermeister Schmidtstraße.
In the Bürgermeister Schmidtstraße.
But
it was not called like that, but you know, we visited the house. The street name changed, right? I think.
Yeah, Bürgermeister Schmidtstraße were before 1945 with 3 streets. You go from one to the next and then to the next. And I don't know for the moment where the number 20 of Hermann was. There changed a lot of because of the war, the damage of the war. Are you sure that this was the right house?
So that's what my father mentioned. It's a house, if I remember correctly, on the corner.
Okay, he remembered.
He remembered. It's a house on the corner, and yeah. I can find, you know, the photo that we took then. And then he mentioned also, you know, that some other family members lived a few houses away, and you know, the dog would come and the dog would go, and all these kind of stories.
I got the same stories about the dog.
Right.
I have a question about the Stolpersteine. Are they supposed to be placed in front of the houses where they live? But how they do it?
Okay, darf ich das auf Deutsch erzählen?
Ja.
Wir dürfen die Steine im öffentlichen Raum verlegen, das heißt auf dem Bürgersteig. Wir verlegen die Steine nicht auf dem Grundstück. Und darum brauchen wir auch nicht die Genehmigung des Hausbesitzers.
Ja, ich verstehe, ja.
Ja, das heißt also, wir legen die in den Bürgersteig rein. Wir haben vielfach so Steine, die sind 50 mal 50 Zentimeter, die werden rausgenommen von Gunther Demnig. Dann setzt er den Stolperstein an die Stelle und setzt drumherum kleinere Steine. Manchmal variiert das ein bisschen, aber das ist so meistens die Vorgehensweise. Das stellt sicher, dass wir auch diese Steine verlegen können, egal was andere Leute sagen. Außer Grünberg. Do you know Ruth Bahar?
No.
Ruth was Ruth's birth name was Katz.
Okay.
Yeah, we knew her.
Katz was married with a girl named Grünberg.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
okay.
Ruth Bahar and Karl Katz lived in one
Karl
street.
Katz, we know.
Yes,
You know.
Yes, yes.
They were very good friends.
Very close, yes.
Okay, so now it was published a book about our football Verein.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Verein is?
Yeah, yeah.
So our football Verein Werder during the Nationalsozialism.
Uh-huh.
And Hugo Grünberg was a trainer in this Verein.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm.
And so the author, the
author, yes.
Yeah, author, had contact to the daughter of Ruth Bahar, who lived in New York.
Mm-hmm.
She verweigerte.
She didn't agree. Yes,
Yeah,
she
didn't agree to put in her street here in Bremen Stolpersteine.
Uh-huh.
But the author of the new published book managed that she said, okay, let's put in a stone.
Mm-hmm.
So auf Deutsch, was ich damit
sage, fine.
Wenn die Familie nicht möchte, dass ein Stein verlegt wird, dann verzichten wir darauf. Denn das Haus, vor dem wir den Stein für Hugo Grünberg verlegen wollen, das ist schon lange nicht mehr in den Händen der Grünbergs.
Ja, sicher. That's clear.
Wir haben diesen Stein, hätten wir legen dürfen, aber wir haben es nicht getan, weil Ruth Bahar und ihre Tochter das nicht wollten. Ja. Und jetzt haben die okay gesagt, haben ihr okay dafür gegeben. Und jetzt werden wir im Juni die Steine für Hugo Grünberg und seine Frau, weiß ich jetzt im Moment den Namen nicht, für die Frau legen. Kätchen oder Käthe oder so.
Und gibt es auch Steine für die Familie Katz?
Nein, die haben ja überlebt.
Die haben allen überlebt.
Ja, und wir verlegen möglichst keine Steine für... Wir haben 1, 2 Steine hier in Bremen für Überlebte, aber normalerweise nicht. Und Karl Katz und seine Frau und die Tochter...
Marianne.
Bitte?
Marianne Katz.
Ja, Marianne Katz, genau. Die sind 1944 nach Theresienstadt gekommen und haben da überlebt und sind nach Bremen zurückgekommen. Und Karl Katz hat dann beruflich noch mal wieder sehr gut durchgestartet. Er hat hier auch in Bremen für längere Zeit die jüdische Gemeinde geleitet, hat er vorgestanden. Und darum gibt es für die keine Steine. Aber dass Ruth, geborene Katz, ihren Mann namens Bahar, ich weiß jetzt im Moment nicht den Vornamen, dass die sich im Konzentrationslager kennengelernt haben. Wissen Sie das auch? Also Karl Katz ist mit Frau und Tochter Ruth bis nach Theresienstadt ins KZ, also ins Konzentrationslager gekommen. Und dort hat Ruth ihren Mann kennengelernt. Und dann sind die beiden getrennt worden im Lager und haben verabredet, nach dem Krieg treffen wir uns in Bremen wieder.
Und so ist es passiert.
Und so ist es passiert. Ruth hat dann schon 2 Jahre lang alle Versuche der Eltern, sie zu verheiraten, abgewehrt, weil sie gesagt hat, er wird kommen. Und er stand wirklich eines Tages in der Straße vor dem Haus und hat sich gefragt, klingel ich jetzt oder klingel ich nicht? Und hat dann gesagt, ich mache es jetzt. Und dann haben die geheiratet und sind ausgewandert in die USA. Das ist eine wunderschöne Geschichte.
Okay.
Nun müssen Sie leider alles für Ihre Familie übersetzen. Aber
das wird schon okay sein.
Das konnte ich besser auf Deutsch erklären.
Ja, das ist schon okay.
Der macht das schon.
Okay.
Gut.
Es war sehr angenehm, Sie,
Ja.
Sie
Sehr interessant.
zu
Ich
sehen.
finde das auch total interessant, Sie kennengelernt zu haben. Und wir bleiben in Kontakt, wir tauschen noch Material aus.
Ja, vielleicht doch einmal mit Diane.
Diane vielleicht
Ja.
noch mal. Und wenn Sie wirklich nach Bremen kommen sollten, dann bin ich für Sie da, das verspreche ich Ihnen.
Gut,
Das
Mal drüber nach.
ich werde es schon versuchen.
Okay.
Wir versuchen es.
Ja.
Gut.
Oder Sie kommen ein anderes Mal. Ist auch okay. Dann mache ich Fotos von der Stolpersteinverlegung für Sie und schicke Ihnen das.
Ich werde versuchen zu kommen.
Okay, das wäre schön.
Wenn ich Ihnen das Dokument schicke,
Ja.
wenn Sie dort Fotos sehen, die Sie interessieren, sagen Sie mir dann Bescheid, welche das sind.
Okay.
Ich werde dann versuchen, noch einige zu finden. Kann ich sicher finden. Und ich kann sie dann wahrscheinlich, kann Ihnen dann wahrscheinlich eine bessere Qualität von diesen Fotos besorgen.
Okay. Ja, ist gut. Machen wir so.
Gut, vielen Dank. Noch einen schönen Urlaub.
Ja, danke schön. Und Ihnen noch einen schönen Abend.
Vielen Dank.
Danke. Wiedersehen. Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ups.